Hey there YouTube, Speedrobo here, and today I have a review for the new standalone card game from Bushiroad, Ascendants of Aetheros. So, like I said, it's a standalone card game, which means it's a game and everything you need to play, you just get right out of the box. So what we have is we have a quick play sheet, a very small rule book. I'll talk more about why the rulebook's so small in a bit. One large center mat. This is the most important mat. It has a lot of the crucial game zones on it. And then you have 4 smaller paper mats, each for each individual player. These are more or less useless. The only useful information on them is that they have the turn order detailed on the mat. And overall, the paper mats, I think, are just a terrible idea for the kind of card game that they are. It's fine when you include them in starter decks for trading card games. But for this sort of game where you're going to be using these over and over again, these aren't going to hold up. And what Bushiroad should have done is just printed the turn order on cards to give to everybody playing so that they could all know the turn order, and then have the big center mat, which is the only one that's useful, as a cardboard type mat like you get in board games, and that would have been better. But then the actual cards that you get, I already have mine sleeved. It doesn't come with any sleeves. They're all unsleeved, and I do recommend sleeving them. Is you get Lightbringer cards, which are like the monsters for this game, and they come in a wide variety of races, 6 different races. You get Exiles, which are like the generic monsters. They're included in every game regardless of what people play. Elves, Succubi, Seraphim, Yokai, and Werebeast. All of these different races play differently, which is nice. It adds diversity, and when the game begins, each player chooses one of the 5 main races, and then those races' Lightbringers are shuffled into the Lightbringer deck, and every turn you draw a new Lightbringer. You also get a deck of action cards. Action cards are the most important cards in the game, in my opinion, and you start with a hand of 3, and every turn you get 1, and action cards come in attachments, which are like enchantments. They attach to Lightbringers or Skyshards and change their abilities. Quick casts, which work almost exactly like counters in Buddy Fight, and normals, which you can only play during your turn. Action cards are the most important cards in the game because they are extremely powerful, and what your opening hand is dictates how the game is going to flow for you and everyone else at the table. So there's a lot of luck involved, and what you get in your opening hand and what you draw every turn definitely determines heavily who's going to win the game. But considering the type of game that it is, that's not a bad thing. This isn't a competitive trading card game. This isn't a competitive game by any means. This is meant to be a fun 4-player party type game. And so having a large element of luck in the game is without a doubt positive, because in that style of game, a party style game, you need to make sure that everybody at the table can win, but it's good to have the people that know what they're doing, like the owner of the game and the people who've played it a lot, stand a better chance of winning. And that is without a doubt the case in this game. Anybody can win if they get a really good hand and really good draws off their action cards. But the people that know how the cards interact and what they want to do with their race and the strategies to carry out stand a better chance of winning. So I really like that aspect of the game. And then the last set of cards you get the Skyshard Deck. The Skyshards are how you win the game. Everyone has an AP value, which is your victory points, and you need 125 victory points to win. And they all have cost, which is how many Lightbringers you need to tap to bring it into play, because every Lightbringer has a power value, So if you have a cost of 3 Skyshard, you need to tap a total of 3 power in order to get it, so you can tap a 1 and a 2 and pick up that Skyshard.
Overall, I give Ascendants of Aetheros a 7 out of 10. It's easy to learn and quick to play, especially if you are familiar with Bushiroad games. However, it might be a little hard to learn for someone with no experience with card games at all. The game does have some balance issues. The yokai are a tad weaker than the other races, and the werebeasts are so powerful I'm shocked they made it through playtesting. 2-player for the game is not great. 1 player usually ends up crushing the other. 4-player is fantastic though. If you like Bushiroad games and are looking to play a fun, fast game at your next party, this is a solid pick. I've been Speedrobo. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later.